Everyone, Wags here. I'm back for another video guide. And today's guide, what we're going to go over is how to get ungated or approved to sell different brands within Amazon. So as you first start out, one of the most frustrating things is that you're scanning products at retail stores and you're looking for products online and you're spending that time to do that. And oftentimes you may run into products that you find profitable and you're not able to sell. So what we're going to teach you today is how to get ungated in those products so that you can sell those products and take advantage of those products. So let's go ahead and get started. There are a couple of different methods here that I'm going to show you. The first one here is sometimes Amazon will just automatically approve you to sell a brand. Now, a little bit of history in regards to Amazon gating and starting to lock up different brands is about 4 or 5 years ago, Amazon was really like a marketplace like eBay where anybody could really sell anything. And then what happened was there was a lot of fraud that started to happen, as well as sellers kind of just selling things, and there were fake items that they maybe were getting from overseas or like Chinatown or something. But yeah, so Amazon needed to do something about it. And they implemented this system here where you needed to get brand and category approval to sell particular products. That doesn't go without saying, though, that as a new seller, you'll have many opportunities to sell products that are open and free to sell to by anybody. So there are those products that are out there. We have a complete list of places or brands and types of products that you can start to sell as a new seller. But again, this is going into a little bit deeper around how you can actually get approved to sell brands and scale your business. So as I mentioned, the first scenario here that we're going to go and talk about is automatic ungating by Amazon. So we have a list of items here that in the Discord that will have links to Amazon products where you can go ahead and get you can request approval and hopefully get auto ungated. This happens to be one of them for Dungeons and Dragons. So let's go ahead and see if it works. So in this case, what I would do is if you have RevSeller, you can simply click on this button here and it'll go ahead and bring you to the application page. Or if you don't have RevSeller, you can come down into the Amazon listing and you can click Sell on Amazon. When I go to do Sell on Amazon, it should bring me to this page here where it says I need approval to sell this brand. And at that point, what I can do is simply request approval. And then it'll go ahead and confirm the brand that I'm trying to get approved to sell in. Okay, so we're not actually product specific in this case. If we can get approved in this brand, we can sell any products that fall under this brand category. And at that point, we're simply going to go ahead and hit request approval, and we'll see if we'll get auto approved. So yes, in fact, we did get auto approved. We didn't have to submit any type of documentation. It says your selling application is approved. And then now, if I find this profitable product, I can go and actually sell it on Amazon. All right. So the next scenario that we're going to go over is basically applying to sell for a brand where you may not get this auto approval status. So here we are. This is a Barbie product. Let's say, I found it. I'm not able to sell it. Again, I can see that with RevSeller quickly here. But if you don't have RevSeller, if you want to see if you are ungated in this, again, come down into the product listing, click Sell on Amazon. And once you do that, we'll go through that same process of requesting approval. Okay, and then now again, we'll verify that we are trying to get approved to sell the Barbie brand. We can go ahead and request approval there. And then this error comes up. So the requested URL doesn't exist. Please check your URL and try again. Let's go ahead and try that again here. This time I'm going to go ahead and try and do that through RevSeller. Okay. So we've got our application to sell here. We'll go ahead and apply to sell it, request approval, and let's see what happens here. All right. So in this case, we were able to reach the next step here, which Amazon did not auto approve us to sell this product. here we can see that in order for me to get approved to sell this product, I need to provide Amazon at least one purchase invoice for products from a manufacturer or distributor. Those are keywords here, okay? Manufacturer distributors, in order to open accounts with them, do require some type of business entity, federal EIN number, and resale certificate or tax certificate or sales tax certificate, whatever you want to call that. There are limited cases where we are able to direct you to a website or a retailer that can get you ungated in a product where you don't need that. And that's very limited. Nike is an example of that. And again, we do have a full Nike guide on going through that process. But again, we're focusing right now on ordering products from a legit wholesaler, manufacturer, distributor. All right. Within your invoice, it can't say something like a packing slip or receipt. It must say invoice on it, and it must include this information. So the invoice is dated on or before a particular date. It has your name and address that matches what's on your Amazon selling account. It has the information around the distributor or wholesaler, such as the name and the address of that manufacturer distributor. You also must purchase at least 10 units of the same SKU, the same item, okay? Not 9, not 8, not 10 different items. It must be 10 units of the same item at a minimum, okay? You do have the option of, blacking out pricing information should you want to. I don't do that, so it's not necessarily necessary. And again, just they're telling you here, they may verify the information that you send in by contacting, the vendor or the manufacturer or distributor that you are purchasing from. Now, at that point, what you would do is you would get your invoice from the distributor, and you would upload it here and provide your contact information and then submit. Now, when you submit the application, it generally takes a few days to get approved by Amazon. Someone literally goes and reviews it. But there are times when you've done everything absolutely correct and Amazon will deny your application. Don't worry, this is very common. Simply, you might have caught someone that's new on the job at Amazon that doesn't really know what they're doing, or maybe they didn't see something. You're simply going to close out that application and then reapply, and then that'll get sent to somebody else. And again, as long as you're doing everything right, it should work. You may have to try that like 2 or 3 times, or wait. I've waited as long as like 3 months for a brand approval. But again, you want to keep trying until you're approved, so long as you're following the appropriate documentation process. The other thing that I'll mention here is 100% absolutely not, do not Photoshop a receipt or an invoice or change names on it. That can absolutely lead to Amazon suspension. We have friends that have experienced that because they Photoshop some invoices. So protect your business, do the right thing, make sure you're doing this the right way, and get that documentation on your own. All right, let's go ahead and talk about how you can obtain that invoice that you need to submit to Amazon. So we were talking about that Barbie product, right? This one right here. And if I have a business account, or I'm sorry, a business entity set up, I have the opportunity to open up an account with EE Distribution. EE Distribution is one of the many wholesalers or distributors that we do provide you to be able to get ungated in particular products. Now, I'll go over some of the other resources that we have, but this is a main distributor all around toys that will help you get ungated in all of the really popular and profitable brands that we suggest. So here I could see that I found this same product on EE Distribution. And what I can do is I could see here that there is 4 pieces per case, okay? This is going to be this order case quantity indicates that I'm going to be buying 1 case, which has 4 units in it. Now, again, remember that we need to purchase at least 10 units of this product. So in that case, I just do a little bit of math. 4 units per case times 3 cases is 12 units. And at that point, I can simply buy this product here on EE Distribution once I open an account with them. And then I'll be able to get my invoice. Okay. So where do you find that invoice within EE Distribution? Number one, it'll get emailed to you. But number two, you can also come up into your account and there's a section for your orders. You can simply click on the order number that you have and you can go ahead and save your invoice there as a PDF for submission to Amazon. All right, so I hope that makes sense. The next scenario here that I do want to talk about is, what if you find a product and we don't have a wholesaler for you for that product? Well, simple answer to that is the almighty Google. Okay, so here we have, let's say, this product here called Kapoof. Maybe I find it at TJ Maxx or something for like $3. I don't know. But you open a ticket or you ask in chat, does anybody know how to get approved in Kapoof? And no one's getting back to you. Well, that wouldn't be the case. Someone would get back to you, but if no one's able to provide an answer that can help you, what you can really do is simply Google it. Or this can actually be your first step before even coming to us to ask is Google it, right? So simply what you do is type in your brand, right? Kapoof, distributor, and then maybe do it by your country and search for that. And what do I find right away? It looks like there is a wholesale toys company called License to Play. That's a wholesale toy distributor, so we can go ahead and take a look at what that is. There's another one here called Toy Shock. Let's go ahead and open that and see what's there. Okay. So let's go ahead and take a look at those. So it looks here like License to Play. They are a wholesaler. Legitimate wholesalers usually require you to open an account and submit your business documentation. If they don't, chances are they are not a legitimate wholesaler, so you'll be able to pass on that, or you might think about passing on that. But in this case, I personally know that License to Play is a legitimate wholesaler. So then now I can see here that I do have the ability to purchase Kapoof products wholesale. So then I can go ahead and order from here and get my invoice to submit to Amazon. Okay. Let's go ahead and take a look at Toy Shock. It's actually a wholesaler that I am not familiar with. So when you come across these wholesalers that you don't know, or you're coming across them for the first time, it's always good to kind of take a look at their website. Again, make sure that you do have to open up some type of account with them. But more importantly, right, we're searching for Kapoof, but this is an opportunity to identify what are the other brands that they're selling that I could potentially get approved to sell in. Maybe like Rapunzel, right? Or Disney Cars or Gottlieb, right? So now this expands my knowledge in telling me, hey, if I ever come across these products, right, and I need to get ungated, I now have a wholesaler that I know that I can go to get ungated in those products and get that invoice. So just something to think about. If you aren't able to find the wholesaler or distributor for that, you can always go directly to the manufacturer's website. So here we are back on Google. We do see the manufacturer's website here, Kapoof Toys. And then at that point, you can try and order directly from them or reach out to them to find out who their current distributor is within the US or whatever country you're at. So let's see if there's any information up here. Doesn't really look like they have much of a website here. Well, let's go to purchase. Let's see where they direct us to. So available at these fine retailers. So what is this telling me? These are the retailers that are licensed to sell Kapoof. Okay, that's from business to public, to person. But it doesn't really say where we can get wholesaling. So chances are this could happen. Other chances are that websites will have a list of wholesalers that you can contact. So do your research on Google, right? It's a great resource. That's why they're a bazillion-dollar company. They can get you the information that you need. Now, again, the other resources that we do have in the buy box is the fact that we do have a pretty extensive list of distributors across many, many different brands. Again, we don't have every single brand that's out there. That would be nearly impossible. But most of the major brands, I would say we have about a 90% coverage in being able to point you to a wholesaler or distributor to get ungated in. Okay, we also have a command bot within the buy box where you can simply type something like exclamation point, Lego, and we will actually direct you to a product on whatever wholesaler where you can leverage that product to get ungated in a particular brand. Okay, so those are some of the resources there. Now, I did want to go over one more strategy here in regards to you've identified a product, you've now found a wholesaler. What should I be buying to get ungated in that product? Okay, so let's go back to our Barbie use case here, where we had the Barbie figure, right? We found it in store, and we wanted to go ahead and get approved to sell it. Oh, here it is. Okay, so here's that Barbie figure. We want to get approved to sell it. We've been able to find it on our distributor site or wholesaler, EE distribution. I need to buy 3 cases here. Price per case is $72. So this will probably cost me something like, what, $210 to get approved in Barbie. That might not be something you want to do, okay? So alternatively, what you can do to get ungated in Barbie and allow you to sell this product is come into your distributor's website, do a search for Barbie, okay? And that's going to bring up all the Barbie products within the website. And then from there, you can sort from lowest price to highest price. Okay. So in this case, right, we've got this Barbie Skipper babysitter, right? It is currently back ordered. Okay, that won't stop me from buying it. It is $2 per unit and $21.20 per case. Each case has 10 units in it. So I can simply buy one case here, the 10 units, okay, pay $21.20 plus, shipping, and that would get me ungated in Barbie. But I want to make sure that this will, in fact, get me ungated in Barbie. So what I can do is view the details of this product. I'll go ahead and come over here and grab the UPC, come back over to Amazon. I'll do a search on that UPC. Okay, I find the product. And again, what you want to do is just make sure that this is going to get you ungated in the Barbie brand. Okay, oftentimes brands collaborate with other brands to create product. They'll license their product to another company. And sometimes if a product may appear to be, let's say, under Barbie, it might be under another category like Funko or something. So you want to make sure that the brand that you are going to, the product that you're going to purchase on EE distribution here, okay, aligns with the product branding on Amazon. Okay, so you can look at that here. You also can look at that within your seller's application. So again, we'll go ahead and jump into apply to try and sell this. Once we apply to sell it, again, it tells you exactly what brand you are applying to sell this or get approved to sell this in. So this is a good product here where I have now reduced my cost to get ungated in Barbie from over $200 to somewhere around $20 or $30. Okay, and even though I'm buying a different product here, it does get me approved to sell Barbie, so I could sell any Barbie products at that point. And then this product, right, you can either attempt to resell it back on Amazon. Again, the goal here is not to make money on these products that you're using to get ungated. It's to find you the cheapest way to get ungated in products. But by all means, you probably want to send this in to try and get some of your money back. Or you can simply donate this to a charity, get a receipt from your donation, and write that off on your business. And again, consult with your CPA on that, or consult with the CPA that we have on staff here at the Buy Box if you have a question around your taxes. All right, so hopefully that helps. We want to help you out. We want to make sure you're successful and you're able to scale your businesses. So again, if you have any questions at all, please open a ticket in chat or ask in chat. We are here to help you. Otherwise, good luck, and we'll see you in the next guide. Take care.